Today I'd like to talk about our ethical responsibilities to the environment and how they analogously lead to ethical responsibilities as computer scientists. I think I'll be able to convince you that we are not paying enough attention to environmental disasters, and I hope you will take away from that we may not be paying enough attention with computer science issues as well. We're going to start with the Love Canal. I'll just explain the name because it's a little odd. Before alternating electrical current was even known about, you had only direct current. Now, you may never have asked the question, why are there wires coming to my house and why are they different? Why do I need these transformers sitting around my neighborhoods? I hope you noticed. Anyways, the wires typically carry alternating current, and then it's transformed to usually a lower voltage and to direct current. How come? It turns out it takes a ton of power to force a current down a direct current line and not so much power to force it down an alternating current line. Once you change that signal from a constant to a nice sine wave, it perpetrates itself quite nicely for a long distance, just like the ocean, which is probably where Tesla got the idea. But before AC current was discovered, you needed to have the power plants quite close in order to add things like electricity and lights. So in the late 1800s, a gentleman named Mr. Love bought some land and he started to build a canal between the Niagara River. I'm not sure what it's called past the Niagara Falls, but I'll call it the turbulent channel up to the next river, because boy, I would not want to swim in that place. So he never completed this plan. Tesla discovered alternating current, which made it less important to have local power generating plants. He was going to, of course, use the difference in height that the Niagara Falls experiences to generate lots of power. Then there was also an economic panic, and his investors pulled out, and he had built only a small amount of the canal. So this abandoned canal laid there for 50 years. Oh, guys, I woke up too early, I guess, this morning. 50 years. And during World War II, they started to use it as a landfill. A company bought it and used it as a dumping ground for a decade. They put a lot of chemicals in there. The city used it as a dumping ground. Everybody used it as a dumping ground. The point is, it was knowingly a landfill for toxic chemicals. It was knowingly a landfill for toxic chemicals. And then because the city was expanding, this is Niagara Falls, they sold it to a school district for $1. Now, why would they sell a bunch of land to somebody for $1? Of course, they didn't want to do the cleanup. So they sold it knowingly to a school district for $1. The site was filled over with a little bit of extra dirt, clay, and left. They built houses around it. People moved in. And they knew it. So many people got sick, but they weren't paying attention. In 1 year, there were 22 pregnancies and only 4 were carried to full term. The rest were somehow, not aborted like abortion, but spontaneously aborted. The women couldn't get pregnant. The kids couldn't stay healthy. So, I would like you to pause here and watch the first video in the attached list of videos. There are lots of videos to watch. I would like you to watch that first video and see what happened in this area of New York. And I'll leave it at that.